Hi friends, I wanted to talk about putting together my raised beds. So these are the instructions which I kind of followed. And they came in flat panels and then the rounded off panels. And I liked these screws because on the end of the screw they had two little wings that kind of helped me push them along and get them tightened easier, unless you have a tool, which will probably work a lot faster than I was doing. So I unboxed them, and if you've seen last year's video of the other raised beds, these are similar, but the screws are different. Like I said, these ones had two wings on them, which helped my fingers tighten them other than using a tool, because this box did not come with a tool. These are the flat panels, and I decided to do the outer holes first and then go back and do in this 2-second middle holes last. There's what they look like when the panels are finished. There's all of my panels. I have to do the inner two middle holes now. And it was really kind of calming to get it done. These are the rounded off panels. And I think there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each bed. There they are, finished and done. And the finished product. Yay, it was beautiful, and I was so excited to bring it outside. My fingers did hurt a little bit afterwards, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get the job done. This was a 2-pack for $35 on Amazon. I'm gonna go over all of my prices on this video. Another beautiful breakfast. I cook breakfast every morning, big breakfast, and so then they can eat it throughout the day if they need to, or they can have it the next day. I just love breakfast. I love cooking all kinds of different medleys, making sure my family is nourished. And this is a little act of love on my behalf. But yeah, throw whatever in there you would like, set it and forget it, dump and go, as Quincy would say. Hi friends. So, in the previous video, I'm probably going to show that I was making a big breakfast in the cast iron skillet. Sorry for the audio. I was trying to be quiet. My family's sleeping. We have a big day today, and I just wanted to kind of talk about that. So, it's kind of funny how life hits you all at once and you have all of these emotions, and the connectivity through each moment of all of it just seems to be inspiring and emotional and all the things. So my youngest son is graduating today, graduating college. He's been going for 2 years. So he's going to move from this campus, which there's a graduation, and then he will go for another 4 years for business, finance, entrepreneurship. But today is his graduation. He has a cap and gown. It's fully beaded by one of his aunties, and it's going to be a beautiful day. My older son is semi-pro basketball, so he's a traveling man. But both sons went into business together, and I'll talk more about that on a different video. But my younger son, both of my sons, who are so humble and doing things that I never dreamed of doing at their age, right? My childhood was a lot different from theirs, but it made me a better mother, and I am just amazed at the accomplishments of my sons. They are so humble and so kind and just phenomenal human beings and care about life, all beings. It's beautiful. So anyways, today is a really big day for us. Meanwhile, my grandmother who raised me, who is 87, gonna be 88 on the summer solstice, what a great birthday, is going through some life changes, health changes. It was scary at first, and now she's at a care facility where they are working on her mobility. She has her own space. There is a squirrel doesn't see me and is eating a nut in my garden bed. Oh wow. So Gramham, Kunshi is how you say it in Dakota. She has her own home and she does not want to leave that home. Her and my grandpa, you know, they had a life together, and he has taken his journey, and so she loves that home. I mean, she has his native veteran hat, she talks to him and prays to him and all the things. And so now she's in this care facility, and I've been there a couple times, and you know, my aunt doesn't leave her side. My aunt is one of her caregivers, and so yesterday I went there and we're chatting, we're talking about my son's graduation, and you know, she's so excited about him, and she looks at me, and I read her a book. I read her a Dakota children's book, and she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, Susie, I just love when you were young." And we talked about peeling carrots together. She was a cook, and so we talked about peeling carrots together. My mother's name is Susie. And then she calls me Mary, which is my aunt, which is great, you know. And so she goes back and forth of having memories of me, raising me as a child, and then also raising my aunt and my mom. And I just think and all the memories seem to blend together. And then she like jumps back in reality. She talks about my grandpa a lot. So it's like she's going back into time, into her memory, and finding these comforting moments. And I love that. And then she's there with us. And, you know, she told me, she said, you know, I thought it was going to be my time, and I told Creator, "Oh no, you don't come for me. I'll call you when I need you. I'll call you when I want to go home. You don't need to come for me. Don't call me, I'll call you." And I just started laughing because that's her feisty, spunky personality. Her father used to call her Spunky, or Punky. I think it was Punky, because she was just kind of the oddball, not the oddball, but she always had something to say about everything. And that's how she is today. She is like telling the care facility people how to run that place and what they could be doing better and all the things. And so I wanted to just pop on and say, mark your milestones. Don't be afraid to celebrate your wins. Hi, Robin. Hi, my beautiful baby. There's my baby. Hi, you're such a sweet girl. Or boy, I don't know. Anywho. So don't be afraid to celebrate your wins. My sons are extremely humble, and I always tell them, you know, you're doing things Mommy Ina never did. Ina means mother in Dakota. And I just want them to be so proud of themselves, because if they knew how proud I was, they wouldn't just be so proud of themselves, because life is very short. It happens in the blink of an eye. You know, we as humans feel it be stretched out at times and feel it be so fast, right? And that changes, and she's a gift. Time is a gift, you know. And I want everyone to just be proud of who you are and know that you are continuously growing. That is part of this journey. As Dakota and Native people, we never think that we know everything. We are here to learn, and then when we're done learning, that's when our journey takes us to another space, that we chunk piauyate. And so continue to learn, and don't get down on yourself. Take them fails as wins, because you are growing, and that's what you're meant to do, you know? So today is going to be an emotional day. I thought I'd pop out here. I was making a big breakfast for everyone because we are going to be busy today. My son has representing his Dakota Anishinaabe culture at his university. Like I said, a beaded cap from one of his aunties, and we are gonna do our lilies and hootin' and hollerin', and I'm just so proud as a mother of both of my sons and my family, and just how everything is growing. Life is not perfect for me or no one else, but I can say I feel that I'm growing so perfectly and so beautifully, and my sons are doing the same, and my grandma is doing the same, all at once. That's all happening in this moment. Okay, Dokshake.